Hello. And there's a quest there. Hello, and welcome back to Demajen Battles for Azeroth. We are heading towards whichever of these two quests is first, but there's a package here. This ransacked cart has seen better days. Well, yes, it's ransacked. That's the meaning of the word. A single package remains, obscured by the spilled grain. It's addressed to Marie Davenport of Millstone Hamlet. So that's a breadcrumb quest. You'll notice that my inventory has been cleared. What's this over here? Kickers.
This aberration must not be allowed to threaten our people any longer.
Okay, Brother Pike, I'll sort that for you. Holy locked. Holy locked. Screw you, kickers. You don't like your spell locking round here. So thwack is the ability that he uses to stun. I just want to get this off the map. Also, it might drop something nice for us. Goat hair bindings. They are no use. What are we actually using? Blood quest. Okay. George and Watcher Jeff. A friend and his bear. Okay. Volatile rats.
Hey there.
Harold. Okay, so this is Millstone Hamlet. I've actually been here before because I came here to pick up the flight path. Didn't do anything else while I was here. Just grabbed the flight path. So we've got a few people that we can go and talk to. So what is that? Oh. What was that? Oh. There's a giant up there who seems to be throwing stuff into town. Right.
Finest wares in Culture.
Finest wares. Bulletin board. Wanted. Razorclaw Alpha. Adventurers needed. The wolves have been attacking my flock. I don't have the means to fight them back. I've seen one, much larger than the rest, leading a few of the attacks. If anyone can help, I'll gladly offer whatever reward I can muster. Wanted Thundersnout. Thundersnout is the largest of the boars in the valley. She's wreaking havoc on the nearby farms and their crops. Mayor Roz has issued a bounty for the proof of her demise. Near Briarback's Crawl. Okay. Also, there's another rare up there called the Brood Mother. Cranky chicken. So we've got some spiders. Charles.
Times were simpler once.
Charles has a lot of quests. Come back to Charles in a second. And this one in first. Marie.
Not from round here, are you?
Undelivered package. Oh goodness, you found my lost tea. Great, I've delivered some tea to an old lady. That is my good deed done for the day.
Every path has a few puddles.
I heard you needed some help with the Ettins. Take a few of the flower bombs.
We will reclaim what's ours. Times were simpler once.
As you can plainly see by the rocks falling from the sky, we are under siege by those terrible Ettins. If you could be obliged to lend us a hand, I'd be most grateful. We can't possibly hope to defeat them unless we properly prepare you first. Could you be a dear and fetch a few things for me from around the hamlet? Some water, a sack of flour, and a bundle of logs. I've already sent my grandson off to fetch a few other items. I've not seen him for quite a while, though.
Seas grant you favour.
Yeah, that's because he is in fact cowering under a tree. He's right there, in fact. Gonna grab those in a minute. It looks like we've got some spiders to deal with first. Die, die, die. I'm thinking the brood mother must be down in that cellar. And since we're going to need to kill them all anyway, for the achievements... Oh! There she is, in fact. We may as well kill her while we're here. I do kind of feel that World of Warcraft needs battle music. One of the things that I've always loved about FF14 is that it has music for combat, and it has music for open world, and it has music for being mounted. And in dungeons, it often has a dual musical track, which will actually switch between two different versions dynamically of a song, depending on whether you are in or out of combat. And the first time I heard it do this, I was blown away with how awesome an idea it was. Because I imagine it's quite difficult to design a song that does that, that can be switched between on the fly. But World of Warcraft just has the same music at all times. And don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed, for the most part, I think I've said this before, the music in this expansion. It could do with more.
Every hand helps.
Thank you so much. I wish Charles was half as studious as you.
Path has a few puddles.
Every path has a few puddles. Okay. Thunder snouts. Okay, it might be, depending on how we get on with these. I don't want to let Grandma down, but I'm not cut out for this. I just want things to get back to normal. Granny is everyone out running errands, trying to put our hamlet back in order. Don't know what to do. The rats have gotten into our stores. They're eating everything in sight. I tried prodding one of them to get it to move along. It started foaming at the mouth, and it exploded. Okay. That fly is still buzzing around. I think I know where all the gunpowder went. If you recover any, can you please take it back to Marie? So the rats have eaten the gunpowder. Oh, rats. I didn't sign up for this. I just want to get back to the simple things like grinding wheat and drinking mead. As if things couldn't get any worse around here. There's an army of rats ransacking the shed and I don't have the stomach to exterminate them. Here, I got this off some crazy gnome that stepped in. Oh, here we go. I thought maybe it'd help with the bees. Maybe you can try it on the rats.
Disease grant you fever. Not from round here, are you?
Ever since the untimely passing of dear sweet Lizzie, rest her soul, these pests have multiplied like crazy. In recent days, giant spiders have begun crawling out of the cellar underneath the southern mill. No one's been able to go down there for fear of being wrapped in webs and eaten alive.
We will reclaim what's ours.
Okay, so we could have picked those up. Before we went and did that, but never mind. So are these things actually going to explode? It does say they're chock full of explosive powder. I wonder if there's a way I can set them off. Are they going to explode when they die? Yes, they are. So it's actually probably I'm going to start off some horrible chain reactions here. Right. Don't think I can actually handle them any more than that. And... The hilarity. What's that down there? Element. Oh, there's some Naga down here. And that's all the gunpowder we need. Okay, so we've got a rat stunning device. Where is that? Let's put that on the bars. So we don't have to faff around with trying to actually capture it like the annoying greased pig
Civilians have no way of fighting back. We're their only hope.
in Freehold.
I'm out of range.
I'm out of range. I suppose that the point of these quests is to show how everyday people are affected by things like war, while the heroes, i.e. us, are off destroying the Burning Legion or whatever. When armies invade, it's the ordinary citizens that often have to, cope and pick up the pieces. But also, I suppose you can't be, a big hero all the time. Ow. And one of the many contrivances of a game like this, of an RPG with kind of a leveling system, is the fact that we fought against titans and gods, and super powerful beings, and I can go in and wreck them in like 2 global cooldowns. But here, we're having to spend 4 more seconds just killing some basic spiders.
I need to target something first.
And that is the problem with kind of level-based gameplay. And that's why I quite like the idea of zone scaling, because it means that everything is relevant for longer. Obviously, you can't do away with levels entirely, because you still need to have some form of progression to keep people playing, if nothing else. And also, because people like me like leveling. You know, if you look at my Alcoholic, I've got loads of characters, including a new Lightforged Draenei Paladin that I've been working on. I like the leveling process. I like that feeling of progression, which you don't necessarily get at endgame, because whilst I'm sure you've noticed this little artifact power meter up in the top left-hand corner, it's progressing slowly.
Every hand helps.
Can all rest easy now. This side's been squashed.
A few puddles.
Okay, and
Not from round here, are you?
were you able to find any powder? Thank you so much. I wish Charles was half as studious as you. Milking goats. This is the other problem, though, where you need to have quests to do, and unfortunately, they can't all be Kill Gul'dan. So you end up milking goats. You end up doing menial things. Unfortunately, Millbrook's flock hasn't been producing lately. What with all the wolves around, the poor things must be terrified. Wild goats wander the hills, and they're quite fearless compared to the sheep. If you can find a few with young ones about, then you might be able to persuade them to offer some fresh, delicious goat milk.
Please grant you a favour.
Okay. So yeah, instead we end up doing things like this. Milking goats and stuff. Hello, Shepherd Millbrook.
Times were simpler once.
Lately, the wolves have been terrorising my flock. They weren't an issue until the giants moved in and pushed them out of their normal hunting grounds. I feel bad asking you to do this, but could you thin their ranks a bit? If there are fewer wolves competing for food, maybe they'll leave us alone.
Reclaim what's ours.
It's about flocking time. We had some muscle.
Every hand helps.
A black sheep. I'll admit, Millie's never really been one to follow the herd. Usually it's no problem. She'll wander off a bit, do her own thing, and eventually make her way back to the flock. The hills have grown increasingly more dangerous lately, especially with the wolves and giants about. She's been gone a while and I'm starting to worry. Could you please help me look for her? Are we going to get attacked? No, she's going to enjoy that. Ooh. One of those Tide Sage scrolls. We found another one of those up on the mountain over here. So we found 2 of 8. They will obviously be a lot easier to do once flying opens up. Nothing down there. Anything behind the waterfall while we're here? No. It's always worth checking that, because I've noticed actually a couple of times that there are things behind the waterfalls. Obviously there can't be something behind every waterfall. Hello. Ow, these things hit quite hard. Or maybe it's just that they hit fast. Well, it's not like a huge issue, because again, a few casts and I'm topped up nice and dandy. Yeah, this newer version of my UI is definitely
I require a target.
definitely working for me. Rich. Oh. Pew, pew, pew. What I really want is to unlock Dark Iron Dwarves. The more I look at them, the more I wish to play as one. Thing is, I don't actually know what class I'd play. I've just realised that there are actually two different types of goats. There are mother goats and then there are normal goats. And the mother goats are the ones that don't seem to push you back. But yeah, the Dark Irons seem really cool. And I've got this weird inkling that I want to play Dark Irons and then go through all of the dwarf-centered, especially the Dark Iron centered. So go through, you know, Searing Gorge and the Blasted Lands. Have some. Oh, this is Millie. I assume she'll just follow us. I have saved you, mother goats. Give me your milk. That's also mother goat. But yeah, just the idea of being a Dark Iron Dwarf and doing all of the the quests where you have to kill Dark Iron Dwarves, that just tickles me for some weird reason. Keeping a handful of damp pollen. Oh, have I got a herbalism quest and not realised it? I wonder how long I've had that. Shows how much attention I pay, doesn't it? I also like the fact that I seem to be able to milk these goats when I'm on my mount. I'm very dexterous. Yeah, may as well go and kill the Razorclaw Alpha, who I'm assuming is going to be in here. Yes, he is. Oh, and he's got some friends. I'm so hard to kill, though. It's great. So many cooldowns. Might as well use Desperate Prayer. Desperate Prayer is one of those abilities that I use so infrequently that I can never actually remember what it's called. You guys are all dead. Aww. Dead sheeple.
Terrorizing Millstone Hamlet, and the
Yes.
citizens have no way of fighting back.
Random skeleton. Okay. Severus the Outcast is over here. Since I'm not entirely sure we'll be heading back over here for any reason. Maybe we will. Yeah. Hi. Oh man, I may have don't leash. Nice hat, dude. Nice outfit in general. Also, I like the fact that he's got big bear claws. That is quite the aesthetic. Has to be said though, that a lot of these enemies that have got like siphon blood, uh-oh. Not entirely sure what he did that for. Yeah, siphon blood does quite a lot of healing, and if you've got a fairly low amount of DPS or no interrupt, it makes things rather tricky. Oh. 273. Oh, nope. A random graveyardy type thing. That's a platinum deposit, a rich platinum deposit, in fact. So we'll grab that. Or rather, we'll get attacked by a bear, and then we'll grab that. Light's Wrath is getting hot. Right, let's go hand these quests in. Yeah, I must have a quest for that. Spiders, spiders everywhere. Chickens, save me.
Not from round here, are you?
Were you able to collect enough milk? It smells wonderful. This is perfect. Thank you for helping me collect everything. I couldn't let you go out there and battle those mean Ettins on an empty stomach. Now I'd be no better than these terrible monsters who did that, would I? Cool. You just feel free to take a load off while I make you a fresh batch of cookies and some warm milk.
Laugh at a few puddles.
Okay. This is kind of weird. The last time we sat in a chair was it back at the start of Drustvar, where we got assaulted by a witch. Wow. Your attacks have a chance to grant you 400 versatility for 15 seconds. Delicious.
Times were simpler once.
What do you think? Skull hit the spot, don't they? Yes, they did.
Not from round here, are you?
Getting it done. See, this is why I haven't been going out and doing the world quest, because I figure it would have something to do with this. Okay, now here's a little something I whipped up for you with those extra ingredients.
Every path has a few puddles. Every hand helps.
We don't have much around here in the way of weapons, but we've got gunpowder and plenty of flour. A surprisingly explosive combination. Toss one of those goodies at the nasty Ettins should disorient them long enough to give them a good whack upside the head. Thought I was just a sweet old lady baking delicious cookie for an ill passerby. Ah, I love you now. I was quite the firecracker in my day.
Seas grant you favour. Times were simpler once.
Before you head out, dear, I have one more favour to ask of you. Please take these cookies with you to Charles. What sort of grandmother would I be if I didn't bake some for him too? A terrible one, that's what, and I've no wish to be accused of that. But wait. Where is he? He is moved. Let us return the sheep.
Not from round here, are you?
Wanted! Wow, I wasn't sure if anyone would ever answer my posting. Thank you.
Every path has a
Ching! Yeah, so we need 10k for the next part of Azeroth level.
Every hand helps.
My flock should be able to rest easier. Sweet Millie
We will reclaim what's ours.
returned. Wonderful. That's the lot. Also, there is a... A curious grain sack. 7 war resources. I do kind of feel like maybe they're just a little bit stingy on the war resources. But to be fair, I suppose spruce wood. Yeah, so this is going to... Does it remove their elite status? But it does... Can they be used multiple times? Ooh! They can be used multiple times, and also... seem to explode. Yeah, so this isn't so much about killing the Ettins as it is about waiting for the item to come off cooldown. And so, yeah, we'll be getting the world quest done at the same time. Ah, there's Charles.
Times were simpler.
Are those cookies I smell? Cookies? For me? Thank you.
Seas grant you favour. Not from round here, are you?
Wait a minute. With the storage shed ransacked by rats and the giants pillaging our shipments, we've been running low on food. When I was making my way out here, I saw a bunch of grain sacks listed about near the wrecked wagons. I'd appreciate it if you could retrieve whatever you find while you're out here.
Every path has a few puddles.
Grandma's always telling me I need to toughen up a little. How easy we've got it these days. I read a story about giants that are terrified of rats, so I thought, hey Charles, here's a great idea. Let's take all those rats Skull gathered and let them loose on the Ettins. I tried to be tougher once, but look how it turned out. Now I'm stuck out here, just hoping I don't get squashed. The leader's just up the hill there. Here, take the rats with you and let's hope I was right.
Claim what's ours.
So we're going to... Seems that they take a random amount of damage. I'm wondering if that damage multiplier can crit or something. This is such a weird area. I do really like these Etin models, though. Up this hill? That. Ah, this guy. Log. Die, Throg! Ow. Stop it. Muckwallow. This is right at the top of the crawl. No, this is on top of the crawl. I really need to turn NPC scan off.
Ettins have been terrorizing Millstone Hamlet, and the civilians have no way of fighting back. We're their only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Release a swarm of angry bilge rats. Oh, I can use the rats multiple times. Go get 'em! Oh, interesting. I can't use a flower on this guy. It has to be the rats. Fortunately, he seems to be terrified by them, so that's nice. Unpack rats. I was wondering why they're not exploding, and then I realised these aren't the explosive ones. These are the ones that we stunned and caught. Also, thunder snaps there. So we should probably go and do that. But first, let us complete this quest. Because we are here, and we need to do it for the world quest anyway. What do we get for this world quest? Storm's Wake commendation, some rep. We do need all the rep. Oh, don't want to fight him again. I interrupt that? Yes, I did. Where is Thundersnout? Is he up here? No, he's down in a cave. A cave here? There was a cave here. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, no, there's not a cave there. Is he going to be in the crawl? Widow's Peak? You see what they've done there? Feel? Gonna be down here. Ta-da! Oh, he's cool. Also, big. Very big. And he has a friend. Which is fine. Everybody needs a friend. Actually, I think we're going to... Wow. I was going to say we're going to quickly remove his friend, but that was a little bit quicker than I expected. I don't know what the multiple lines are in the bars there. A server shut down. Boo. Man, this guy is taking a beating. Hopefully we can kill him before the server shut down. Bum bum bum. Slowly whittling away. Almost. Yeah, those two break points there, I'm not entirely sure what they're for. I should probably go and look that up. Man, that took a while.
Too far away.
Just kill this guy while we're here. And depending on how long it takes, we may have a cut in this video. What's this harden buff do? % damage reduction. Would you bugger off? Still got burrowing. Intruder! Right. Yeah, we've still got 3 more Ettins that we need to kill. 12 minutes to do it. It's a race! Also, we need 2 more grain sacks. Get those while we wait for this to come off cooldown. Use our time wisely. Actually, 10 minutes is pretty good because that's about the time. The length of a decent episode anyway. Or I thought we might finish Stormsong Valley today. That's not going to be the case. Ooh, shite.
Let's hope that'll drive the rest of those horrid giants back up into the mountains where they belong.
Okay. I think... yeah, that's the lot. So we got the world quest done there as well. That versatility buff. 400 versatility. That doubles. That literally doubles our versatility. Okay, Marie. Scoil, my grandson could learn a thing or two from you. Come back to visit any time.
Seas grant your favor.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Every hand helps.
Wait a minute. I can't believe you were able to carry all of that. Can't believe it actually worked. I thought for sure we'd all be squished.
Has a few puddles.
And that seems to be Millstone Hamlet done. Yeah, which is pretty good on the old timing front. Where's this curious grain sack? In fact, didn't we pick this up already? Or maybe there were multiple. Oh no, it's there. $25 war resources. See, that's not so bad. Right. Got just enough time to... oh. Head back to Brennerdam and turn in Wanted Thundersnout, because there's no point heading on to the next area just yet, since the server is... I'm assuming it's just a restart. Hoping it's just a restart. Since the servers are restarting in 8 minutes. Where there? Oscar the Blooded. Yeah, so I'm assuming Port Dalin is going to be our final area. least that's what one would think. Let's turn this in.
The mayor is in. How can I help you?
Yes. The death of the matriarch means the next generation of boars will be delayed. Nice work. 115 Azeroth. And revered with Storm's Wake. Oh, I actually hadn't realised that I'm already revered with a couple of those factions. Interesting. What can we get revered?
We must overcome this peril.
Exalted for that. Oh, we need pet charm for that. That's expensive. Some new gloves. Go on then. No, don't want to sell them back. 8% upgrade, don't mind if I do. If I'm revered with some other factions then, I should be able to get... Oh, I got those from. Yeah, I should be able to get some loot from them as well. I'll go and do that off camera. And in the next episode, we'll head over and see just what is eating Fort Dalen. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Remember to ring the bell to be notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.